We're going to need this, 2 screwdrivers, and a spade shovel, and a 2x4. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay the 2x4 out, and then we're going to ask Joanna what the distance she wants her gardens. So to make this square to the shed, we're going to measure to the 2x4s, and we're going to go to the outside. So use the base of the screwdriver, it's rubber. I'll move it over a little bit more, and then we're going to go 2-footed here. So really it's 20-inch bed to the wall, and we're going to push that in. So I went to 24 inches to the outside. Use this to support it so it can't be pushed out. And then we're going to do the same here. Make sure it's square, and to get the same depth, this is a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is go, and you go like this, and you go like this, and you rock it back and forth, and you keep going, and you push lightly this way to get it. So this is how you get very straight beds. You slide it out, as long as you don't pass the screwdriver. Of course, your 2x4 has got to be straight. Watch. See it come right out of the ground? I mean, I know it will come out of the ground all the time, but sometimes when you have clay, it makes it difficult. So we're able to pull it in and out. Then I slide down. So we're hitting a little low here. I know we are. But it will show we're hitting a... Doing it 3 times, then you can take the spade if you want. If they're small gardens and you want them cut real straight, this is going to be the way to go. Watch, Mo. Molly wants to help. You could step on this too if you want, if it helps, but I usually like putting it on here. So now you can pick the board up because you don't need it. And look at the line in the grass, is straight cut. Do some cuts in between, see? You go about every 8 inches because you know you'll be able to pick up 8 inches. And just keep cutting. Don't ever remove the screwdrivers until you're done, in case you have to go back. I'm going to pull this all up. You don't have to see this in a video to see that I chunk it all up, and I'm going to pull it out of here. But this, you get a good idea how I got a straight line. Works the best this way, watch. Just chunk it, pull it. The edge is already cut beautifully, and you pull it. We're going to take a little more dirt than we wanted to, but it's all clay anyway. So we don't really want all of this on the lawn. You're going to try to grow flowers, you want some fresh soil. Okay. All right, baby. I'll leave this area, see, protect the ground to the shed, because I don't want to undermine the shed, but I want to dig a bed. So we're going to leave this and do some grass killer along there, but we're going to keep the clay 2x4 width away from the garden. That way we don't undermine the shed. Of course, you have Joanna help you. And Molly watch. Molly, you watching again?
You watching, Mommy?
But you want to put 1 screw in here, and I'll show you what we're going to do with this. We're going to be pulling on this a bit. So you take a piece of string and you tie this. And I want this to be like a loop, right? I don't want this tight around the screw. But you just make a loop, and what we're going to do is we're going to sweep after I measure to the end of the, we're going to measure this 53 to the corner of the shed, 53 to the corner of the shed, right? You want it, so you want the garden to come out to about here, 4 foot, about right?
4 foot's good.
And then we're going to sweep it, and we're going to sweep it in. So this, what this does is you could get a good radius from 4 foot. So we put the screwdriver from where she wants, and want this not to move. This can't move. And be very careful that you don't move the 2x4 also. There's your outer cut, see? Because they're tight, nice and tight. So we go like that, and we go around. Don't pull too hard when you're on an angle. You're using it as just a guide, not a holder. Some of you are going to say, well, why don't I use my edger, which is good. I've done that before. The edger is good. You use all the way around. But what I found is the edger was hard to control the string. And I didn't cut a very good cut. And this time I want a nice, even cut. Now you can see the line in the grass. It's almost done. See how nice it?
Yeah, I see it.
See?
It looks really good.
And that's how you get a dead center round off of the garden if you want one. Now, so we're going to make it a border with the flowers. You see how pretty. It's coming out nice. Okay? And you keep doing it. Now you see the crisp cut. I know. I'd rather take my time cutting it now, because after I remove this string, I would have to follow it at just the cut side. At least here, I'm checking every single time. So this center of this tree is pretty much going to be dead center of this. See? Now watch, I'll drag it around. See? See how beautiful? I could take this away now because I could see the cut. So you're going to see me remove the 2x4. I already had my adjustments. We're going to slice this way, pull it out like a pizza pie. We'll get it out of here. We'll get the waste out of here, then we'll put in soil, plant the tree, amend the soil, and you're going to have a beautiful tree right here with a beautiful garden. How cool did that work? You want to make sure you get your edge right to the end because the 2x4 was there, right? And we want nice crisp edges. Watch, cut it. Good, good to go. One more on this side. Make sure. Cut it. Good to go. Looks beautiful. All right, we're done. Now that we finally got all of the grass out of there, and we took half the clay, we're gonna cut it out. We cut it around the board. I'll probably cave that in too. Here we go. I'm gonna show you I'll show you up top what we use so you'll see pictures of it. But right now we got topsoil, real fluffy. It's junk, but it's okay. It's got chips. It's all right. And we have cow manure. This is cow manure and compost together, so it's not as potent. It won't kill you. But it's been dried. It's got like sand in it. We're gonna mix it around with a little. We're just going to mix the two soils together, okay? Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Reason for this is you need some nutrients in the soil when you first plant this tree, or else you're going to have a big problem. We got straight clay. Most of our plantings are lifted way out of the ground. Just shovel it in because I want to put a little underneath the plant. Now, the reason why I'm not going super crazy is I dug it down already. And I broke it up, so it's all broken up underneath. Get all the soil to the end. You come in and you just kick it out. Right. We're mending the soil. The other part of the bed's just going to be mostly flowers, so we'll mend the soil later. Right now, we're just putting a nice coat of manure. And topsoil. Okay? Little coat. This garden's being built up. This is not, we're not going down with this. So we broke up all the clay. We amended some soil in there. I could turn it more, but I'd rather keep it just like that. Makes it a little easier. Watch. So I'm going to test the tree to make sure we like it where it is. I think we're going to wind up right about there. Is that good, Joanne?
I think that looks awesome
about
right
there?
where we have it. Yep, that's perfect spot, because then I'm going to put flowers in the front of it.
Good. We know that, and we want to build this up definitely. So I'm going to dig down a little bit to amend the soil. So you'll see another hole here. Go a little lower because this is really high.
Yeah.
And then we'll put this in the hole. We pulled it out, and you see how bound it is. We're gonna have to clean it up. Joanna's getting the base ready to go.
Yeah.
That's good enough, I think.
Yeah, I think
We're
so.
gonna pull the roots away. So you need to unbound the roots. We're gonna scratch up the roots. Yeah, you know this part of the deal. Underneath. So you got to scrape the roots. Always remember, there's a lot of work. You try to do this with your wife.
Turn it. Yeah, there we are. Now we're loosening it up. I think so, right there, baby.
How big is it gonna grow?
I don't think it's going to get too much bigger. I think this is going to be pretty good. I think we degraded it.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too, hon.
All right.
I think we're ready. Yep.
Pull it out of there. Get the bags.
Good.
Rest of the bag.
Right about there. Stop right there.
We're gonna do most of the rest in bags.
Okay.
Perfect. That's perfect height.
Yeah, right. We got it.
So guys, just remember, using topsoil, and you have to have this up high, especially around in this area. It becomes a big issue because it floods, and all the water sits in the root, and then it rots. You don't want that. You want this up as high as you can get it without looking ridiculous. All right. So that's why we lifted these. And we don't mind using topsoil, just all topsoil, and then we just fill it in topsoil. I'm going to put the manure, a little more manure.
Yep, and then we'll mix it in.
And a good trick is never, ever, ever, ever have the top of the root, the original root, covered. Ever. Always pull away. Leave some root there. Okay? And then we have our edge. Look at our edge. It's good. Okay. Don't be afraid to use a tape measure. When you're putting trees in. They're going to be in a really long time. Okay. Okay, looks good. Looks good. As you go, we could always trim this a little bit to get it perfect as it grows. Over the years, you're going to play with it. How's it look? Nice and straight?
What do you think? I think that'll actually go well. And then I'll put other little flowers in.
It's starting to really rain. So you get the idea. Cut the edge beautiful. Hold it away. You've seen how we measured it. We appreciate everybody. If you could subscribe, we'd appreciate it. Like and subscribe to the video so we can keep making them. Here comes the rain. We're going to get this done. Always remember, it's better together. Work with your wife. Happy wife, happy life. See you next time.
All right. Bye.
It's
It's raining.
It's raining, so we're going to get done here.